Hi everyone, it's Adeola. Welcome to my channel. If you've been subscribed to me for about the past year, you probably already know that I got tired of addressing end slur scandals in K-pop, as I felt it was a waste of my time to constantly talk about the same thing if these idols and their companies don't want to listen. I've made an exception today as the circumstance is different than usual, and it ties into another topic I'll be talking about in the near future, so let's get into it. A few hours ago, K-pop group Aespa, who is under SM Entertainment, uploaded the behind-the-scenes footage for their Savage album photo shoot to their YouTube channel. In this video, we see member Giselle singing along to SZA's song Love Galore, where she clearly mouths the end slur. After receiving complaints, the video has been made private on Aespa's channel. Now my first question is, why is it that after so many racism scandals under SM Entertainment alone, let alone the entire K-pop industry, have they not educated their idols to not say or sing or mouth the end slur? You're telling me SM Entertainment, the company that literally runs off of the black creators writing and producing their music, cannot take this simple initiative to teach their idols not to say one word? Furthermore, you're telling me that no one on their team, from the editor to the person in charge of subtitles to the person uploading Aespa's videos, no one caught Giselle mouthing the end slur before posting the video? No one thought, hey, maybe we should cut this part out? Really? What's ironic is just a few months ago in late June, K-pop idol Heeseung from enhypen was called out for saying the end slur while singing along to these exact same SZA lyrics. This issue was prominently covered in the media for a substantial amount of time, so I find it hard to believe that other K-pop companies did not see the scandal and have the opportunity to take note so they don't repeat the same thing. Yet here we are in 2021 and people are still pretending like they don't know how to act. Just a couple of months ago, stayc, another 4th generation K-pop girl group, covered Doja Cat's song Kiss Me More featuring SZA. Despite the song having the end slur in it, they somehow still had the sense to change the word.
Niggas wishing that the pussy was a kissing booth. Baby wishing that the pussy was a kissing booth. Oh, you niggas said that you lost without me. Oh, you baby said that you lost without me. Fucking with you feel like jail, nigga. I can't even exhale, nigga. Fucking with you feel like jail, baby. I can't even exhale, baby.
As you can see, it's not rocket science. For the Aespa stans that are gonna come into my comments to defend Giselle, please save it. Giselle went to an international school and she's fluent in English. She has no excuse to not know better. And for the people that like to put the blame on black artists for reclaiming slurs in their own songs, will you have the same energy for the Asian artists that do the exact same thing?
Chinky this, chinky that. Go over the board, bitch, yell it, give me that.
Every time I've spoken about K-pop idols saying the end slur while singing or rapping along to a song by a black artist, K-pop stans always say, well, you blacks shouldn't put the word in your songs if you don't want us singing it. So I repeat, do you have the same energy for Asian artists who reclaim slurs in their music just like black people do? Because trust, if you're not part of the group that slur applies to, you're not allowed to say it even though it's in their song either. So are you going to keep the same energy and call them stupid the same way y'all do to us? Or are you finally going to be logical and admit that you can easily emit a slur that is not yours when singing a song, the same way y'all don't sing curse words in front of your parents? It's just a question because you guys make it seem as if it's some crazy request when we ask you not to sing the end slur. If that's something you can't handle, there are clean versions of songs for a reason. To the Aespa stans that actually want to hold Giselle accountable, I would advise you to alert SM Entertainment of this issue, and if you do not receive a response in a timely manner, I would advise you to boycott. Because unfortunately, these companies do not care unless their money is affected, so do what needs to be done. I know Aespa has enough black fans to make an impact, so don't doubt your influence. You deserve respect just like everyone else in your fandom. That is all I have to say for today. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for more. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon.
The N-word comes from the Spanish and Portuguese word for black, negro. So how do you take a completely benign word, the word for black, and make it into a slur? Well, you have to look at the word's historical context. The N-word was used to describe black people as they were being stolen from Africa, put into slavery, chained, lynched, raped, beaten, spit upon. So the word was created as a tool of oppression. Its historical context cannot be erased. Who is allowed to say it? In reality, everyone is allowed to say whatever it is that they want to say, but there will always be consequences for your words and your actions. So depending on who you are and where you are, there will be different consequences for what you say and do. And this is not something that's just related to the N-word or was just specifically created for this word. This is a regular occurrence. It's a matter of in-group versus out-group dynamics. So when you're a member of a certain group, there are things that are totally okay and socially acceptable when you're in that group, and for people outside of that group, you give them the side eye and it's just not okay. For example, for some reason, football players pat each other on the butt as a way to say, like, good job, and no one thinks twice about it. It's totally okay. But as soon as that football player steps off the field, if some random stranger walked up to them and started petting them on the butt, they would not be okay with it. Whoa, dude, who are you? Why are you patting my butt? We're not playing football. You're not a football player. This is weird. Something else I've encountered when it comes to talking about the N-word is the common idea that if you guys don't want people to say it, then you should stop saying it. I actually heard this most recently when I spoke at a college from one of the students at my talk, and it was just like, all black people don't do the same things or act the same way or use the same language. Personally, I don't use the N-word, and I'm not going to begrudge anyone else that does it, because you can talk about yourself however you want to. And there are some people that really believe that using the N-word is a way to reclaim it. It's like an act of defiance. You know, you have used this horrible word to oppress me and keep me down, so I'm going to turn it around and change its meaning into something else. Furthermore, all black people are not tapped into some hotline. There's not a number that I can call and make decisions about what we should all do. Like, I can't call up Kendrick Lamar and be like, hey, Kendrick, I love Mad City, but you use the N-word way too much and it's making us look bad. P.S. You got robbed at the Grammys. That's not an option, and so no. But the thing that bothers me the most is when people argue that it's just not fair. It's a double standard that black people can use the N-word and everyone else can't. The reason this bothers me so much is it's completely self-serving and disingenuous. These people do not care about fairness or any of the disparities that black people in this country and around the world face, because if they did, they wouldn't be arguing over the use of the N-word. Instead, they'd focus on real problems like job discrimination, housing discrimination, racial profiling, police brutality, the school-to-prison pipeline, stop and frisk, the harsher prison sentences that black people and other minorities face. They would rather argue that it's not fair that there are social consequences for people that aren't black who use the N-word. Priorities.